Hey there, everybody. Welcome to what is an exciting thing we're doing at the channel for Big Brother Canada 9 exit interviews. Today, we are speaking with none other than Julie Vu, the first person unfortunately sent out of the house last night.
Yeah, we really like Julie. We're fans over here. We were really bummed to see that she's going first, but thankful that we have an opportunity to speak to her.
Yeah, so you guys are going to check out our interview coming up here, but we wanted to just jump on and just say if you're new to the channel, we do live feed updates, reviews, all sorts of other great stuff here, and we hope that you subscribe to the channel. So we don't want you to miss anything. We've got all sorts of great coverage coming up,
Including interviews all season long.
All right, so without further ado, let's send it over to us and also Julie.
All right, Julie, thank you very much for talking to us. We really appreciate it. It really is sad that we are talking to you first. I really thought that you were going to be going really far into the season with just how sociable you are. So, did you have any inclination that you were going to be going? Because watching the episode last night, I was shocked.
Yeah, no, I didn't think I was gonna be the first one to leave the house at all. I thought I was gonna go far as well, but the house flipped last minute and here we are. I'm sitting here outside of the house. So I'm pretty devastated to say the least, for sure.
I I remember watching the whole episode and I was just like, oh, it's gonna be Josh. It's gonna be Josh. This is how it's gonna go. And then the final vote comes in and the rest is like, oh, there's 11 votes that are cast. And we saw the segment about the dolls, which was incredible entertainment. And then we see the vote. And so it's like, obviously at that moment you hear 11 votes. So you're thinking in that moment, okay, so either Austin or Breydon, or as it turns out, both didn't vote for you to stay. Were you surprised in the moment that your dolls didn't have your back with the vote?
You know what? I was not surprised when the dolls didn't vote on my side because, you know, Josh did a good job of flipping the house last minute, but it's still week one and I didn't want them to be a target moving forward. It's week one and they just had to vote with the house. They didn't want to ruffle any feathers. So I understood why they had to do that. We were on the couch and me and Austin had a moment and she looked at me and she shed a tear. She was very, very emotional and she whispered, she mouthed, "I love you." And I knew at that point that, you know what, it's okay.
Oh,
the numbers weren't there. It was very emotional. I know I was in the house for 6 days, but it felt very long.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I want to talk about this conversation that you ended up having with Latoya, because that was a really surprising conversation when I saw it play out and my mouth was on the floor because I thought it was going to be a situation where you went and spoke to her like, "Hey, are you talking about me?" She'd be like, "No, I'm not talking about you. Hey, I'm headed to the hot tub. You want to come?" Like, I thought it was just going to be like really casual. And I was really surprised. How was it for you?
I was shocked. Like I didn't have any bad blood with Latoya. I thought she was like a friend. And I was genuinely just running to her and being like, "Oh my God, guess what I just heard from Josh? Like he's saying your name now and saying this." I wasn't confronting. I didn't have a mean, like I wasn't mean or anything about it, but I was so taken back by her reaction. She was like, "You're not gonna ruin my moment right now. I'm gonna go to the hot tub and we'll talk about this later." I was shocked that I actually went around the island and was like, "Are you serious right now? Like, why are you acting like this?" And so that kind of made me believe that she did say it and I caught her in a lie or whatever. I caught her. So she was kind of like, "We'll talk about this later." And that made me worried. I was like, uh-oh, what is conspiring behind my back?
Yeah.
Clearly you know this game well. You can analyze how other people are doing. You can analyze how you did yourself. You know, you've only been out of the house for like 12 hours. I don't know how much time for self-analysis that gives, but what do you think as of right now was your undoing?
I think that I just made too many alliances in the house. I was too sociable. I got along with everybody. And I think Josh used that to his fight and his campaigning that, you know what, I'm a lone wolf. And if you keep me, I'm a number for you. Meanwhile, Julie has all these other alliances. She's in the clique. She's one of the popular kids and we're kind of like the outcasts. So let's get one of them out now. And so it's season 9, baby. They're turning it up, and it's going to be a crazy one.
Clearly.
Do you think you could have done anything differently?
Yes.
Like to stop this from happening?
I felt like I was too safe, and you can never be too safe in the Big Brother house. Yeah. But the whole week it was like, yeah, Josh is leaving. We didn't anticipate him campaigning last minute and just totally flipping the house. We didn't see that, because in the morning it was like, yeah, Josh. We had the numbers, but then last minute it was like, bloop. I wish I campaigned a little harder. I wish I brought in Latoya. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just didn't vibe with her. So I just didn't want to be around her. Her energy was just off. Like after that confrontation in the washroom, I was like, I can't talk to you.
You know what? I get that based on how that conversation went.
Yes. And you know what? I actually sleep with her. She's my bed buddy.
What?
Yeah.
That is not how you treat your bed buddy in the game. Clearly.
I'm sleeping next to the devil.
Oh boy. Okay. So, we've seen like a tiny amount of live feeds right now. You had like the actual live feeds, as in you were there, so you would know this better than us. Who do you actually think is playing the best game right now?
Oh, that's a good question. I believe Jed is playing a very good game. Mm-hmm. He is strong. He's very sociable. He makes the bed every single morning. He's very good looking. Mm-hmm. He's nice. I think he can be. I think he'd be a winner.
All right.
So do you think then that Josh will be following you out the door next?
I hope so. I hope Josh is the next one out of there. I think, whoever's HOH, I hope it's someone on my side will avenge me.
With that in mind, let's set the stage here. So Breydon and Austin are still there. Mm-hmm. Your fellow dolls. Can we expect a revenge of the dolls? Like, are they going to stick together and champion your name and try to avenge what happened?
Absolutely. The dolls will avenge me. They're going to, yes, my face is in their minds all the time. And I actually hope that they take in Victoria and fill my spot into Victoria, because it was Breydon, Austin, and myself. So I hope now that I'm gone, they bring in Victoria, and that's like the dolls 2.0.
I love Victoria.
Oh yeah, she's great too.
She's like my favorite person. Victoria, she's amazing.
Yeah, she's great. And I really love Austin too. She's Guyanese Canadian, and so am I. So when I saw that, I was just like, oh man, that's so cool. Because it's not something that I see very often on TV, or just kind of in life, running into other people with my same background. So that was cool. Are you planning on talking about your experience on the show on your channel? Because you're a big YouTuber, and I want to talk a bit about your channel, and if you're going to be talking about it over there.
I believe I will be talking about my experience on the show, how I enjoyed it, what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it, and who I got along with. So I'm definitely going to share my journey. My channel is all about Miss Julie Vu and whatever she's been through. So I can't wait to share with my followers.
Awesome.
Keep an eye out for that.
All right. So I guess one last quick thing. This is something I just like to ask people. You've got probably a crazy day of press still to come, but once all this is over, you can actually like breathe out into the real crazy world still. But what is the first thing you're going to do?
Eat. Eat food. I want hot pot. I want noodles. I want steak. I miss eating. I tried a little bit of slop, and I was like, there is no way I'm going to eat slop. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 7 days in a week. So I'm kind of glad I didn't get to experience the full effect.
Yeah, in the first Big Brother Canada, we were there for press day, and Matt tried slop. He said it was not good.
I am right there with you, Julie. Rest assured. Yes.
I was not so brave.
It was so bland. The texture, the boys were eating it like it was like steak. It was crazy. They loved it.
We saw that on the show. Okay, well, Julie, I know we got to go, but this was so much fun. I am really bummed you're gone from the show, but you'll be out there on Twitter, on YouTube. You'll be there in our hearts. So thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you very much, Julie.
Thank you both. Nice seeing you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much.